Hey guys, welcome back to Invest Desk. My name is Syed, and this is your number one channel for cryptocurrency investing, daily news updates, and forecasts. And we're back at Invest Desk, and I want to be talking about a whole lot of things, right? But since we're starting off again, we're going to be talking about Dogecoin, right? This is probably the number one coin that we have in our portfolio, and we still have it. And we started off with Dogecoin back in 2021, right? This was about a few years ago when the crypto market was booming like anything. But what happened, of course, last year in 2022, right? The whole crypto market crashed, and we all saw that. And many of us sort of lost all of the coins or tokens and had losses and whatnot, right? But at Invest Desk, it was super exciting. We were on a journey, and then of course we went from starting from a small portfolio to over $1 million worth of portfolio in just crypto. And then we got out of certain coins, right? When we're talking about cryptocurrency investing. So the goal of this channel is to give you the latest news updates and of course few predictions and how we move. And of course, a word of caution, I'm not a certified advisor, right? So make sure you do your own research. But this channel will give you a lot of research that I do for myself. So I share with all of you guys. So welcome back to Invest Desk. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, smash that like button, and of course subscribe, because we are going to be starting our journey once again in crypto, because hey, crypto is booming, right? We're almost getting back to where we were, but this time we are going to be changing our portfolio, and of course we'll be looking at some other things. For example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Solana, and other coins. And I'm going to be talking about why we should be doing all of this, right? And of course, from our portfolio that started off as we invested, I think, about only $5,000 or $10,000 way back then, and we went up all the way to $1 million, right? And during that journey, we're still in love with Dogecoin. I'm still in love with Dogecoin, right? And it's going to be $1 someday, and that's what we're hoping. It went all the way up to 80 cents, right? And back on those times, but it's back up to 16 cents. And I'm going to be sharing some charts. So we'll be talking about how and where the trend is for this Dogecoin, right? And how it's going to continue its journey to reach $1. And more importantly, the acceptance of Dogecoin, right, as a cryptocurrency, because we all know about Bitcoin EFTs, and that's where the future is heading. Now, it's going to be a little slow because a few years ago, it was a huge jump, right? So everyone went crazy, and there weren't any regulations for the crypto industry, right? So the federal government, of course, had to press down on certain things, right? And crack down, I should say, on certain exchanges and whatnot, right? And there were many other players that were involved. For example, we invested in SafeMoon, and that was a big thing back in those days. But now, of course, it's almost gone, it's bankrupt and whatnot, right? But we got out early, and we invested, we got out early, we had some great profits in that token as well. But going back to Dogecoin, right? This is one of the fascinating coins that I fell in love with. So we're still invested heavily, and we have not sold any Dogecoin as of right now, okay? So we're still keeping it. So let's dive into some of the charts. I want to show you what those charts are. And but before I do, let me go ahead and see if I'm able to set up my chat so you guys can see, and make sure if you're online right now, make sure you give it a thumbs up and smash that like button, because I'm going to be doing this streaming and then taking you on a journey and with me, right? The way I invest, the way we move forward. And of course, you may get some good pointers here and there as you also continue with your own portfolio. So make sure you comment and then let me know how things are moving with you, right? And then, of course, I'll be happy to answer some of your questions. And then it's great to see you guys back. I know I see a lot of my friends coming on, like low roller. Hey guy, what's up? So I want to be talking about a lot of things, and then of course investing more as I move forward with our own portfolio here at InvestDesk. And of course, I learn from you guys. I mean, you guys are great. I mean, you are awesome because this is our journey together. And we started off probably a few years ago. We all of us, all of you guys here, I see it in the chat. We started off together in this journey, and then we're still in it, right, guys? That's how it should be. And hopefully, you've also made a lot of profits with your own portfolio, right? And we're back. So we are going to be moving forward, but this time, of course, we learn from the last previous years, even though we have not made any losses, right? So at InvestDesk, I'm super happy and thankful, of course, that we've not made any losses so far. Well, maybe a few thousand here and there. I shouldn't say any losses, but not any major loss. So we are still in the game. We're still in profits, at least our portfolio here at InvestDesk. And I share my portfolio too every week, right, on a weekend, and I'll continue to do that also as we move forward. So thanks so much for joining, and of course, give it a thumbs up and smash that like button, guys. Awesome to see you guys back, and share your thoughts also, so we move forward as we go. So Dogecoin will reach $1, right? Now it's been a couple of years since Dogecoin started. Now when we invested, we were at about 3 cents, 2 cents. Some of us invested at about 4 cents. So it's already at 16 cents. So in that term, in that context, it's still huge profits, right? In terms of investment. So if you invested 100K at that time, yeah, that's going to be substantial today, right? But we're not selling, guys. We're not selling. I'm not selling. So I want to hold Dogecoin because this is something that not only I feel, but I think in all my analysis and my research, Dogecoin is going to be, in mainstream. Whether it now, whether it's sometime in the near future, this is going to be in mainstream. So, and that's really what I see Dogecoin as, just taking off, going to the moon, and that's what it is. So Dogecoin to the moon, to $1 and beyond, and that's how it's going to be. All right. So depending on the market, whether it's a bull market or a bear market, right? Depending on what the market conditions are. But here's the key point that I want to share with you guys. I think the way markets are being regulated, right? The crypto is being regulated. The markets, as time progresses and more regulations come into place, or more EFTs, electronic fund transfers, are more streamlined, that's going to be the key for all these coins to actually get into mainstream and start not only trading, right, not only investing, but actually the usage of these coins. Now, Dogecoin is actually unlimited supply, right? So it's not a finite supply. Like Bitcoin, on the other hand, is actually only a handful of Bitcoins out there. So, of course, the demand and supply, as you all know, will work. But with Dogecoin, it's unlimited supply. So that's what's keeping this price down because, and go back to my other live streams, I've talked, many times about the idea of Dogecoin and how it works and the supply and the market cap. But really, the idea is the unlimited supplies is basically going to be acceptance in the market, right? So we'll be actually using Dogecoin to buy and sell, and we'll still do it. There are many areas, I've talked about those as well, companies, retail shops, buying and selling in Dogecoin. But as the time progresses, right, so as we move forward in time, as there's more acceptance for Dogecoin, I think it's going to be a huge thing later on down the road. So hold your horses or hold your Doge, right? That's what I say to myself. But yeah, thanks so much. Welcome back to InvestDesk. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. And if you're already here, boom, it's nice to see you guys. Awesome to have you back. And yeah, still I see some comments. Let me get some comments here. So yeah, still clinging to my Doge, and so am I. That's how it is, because this is something that is very that's the first coin I invested in, right? When I started InvestDesk, this portfolio, the majority or a substantial amount was invested in Dogecoin, and I'm still holding on. And this is something that sort of like fascinated me, and I did a lot of research into this particular coin. So let's share. I want to share some chart here. So stay with me. Make sure you comment and let me know what you think in terms of comments. So let me open up my chart here. There you go. All right. Give me a moment. Awesome. All right. Awesome. There we go. So this is the Dogecoin where it is right now, and you'll notice that it's at 16 cents, right? Which is, back in those days, we weren't even expecting this to be more than 16 cents. But now it's actually at 16.68, and it's sort of like stabilizing at this price level, right? But if I go back, for example, if I go back, let's say 6 months, you'll notice that was the crypto crash time, right? Or a little beyond 6 months. But look at the jump from 4 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, all the way up to 16 cents. So if you're just starting off right now, this is going to be just like having 1,000% or 2,000% return, right? But if I go back, let's say 1 year, or a little more than 1 year, let's go back to about 5 years, because that's going to give us a solid picture of when we started. So we started off in 2021. InvestDesk started off at 2021, a few years ago, right? And look at the boom that actually happened with Dogecoin, right? And then, of course, the crypto market crashed, and it kept for at least a year or so at about 5 cents, 6 cents, 7 cents, right? So it didn't really pick up that much. But now, this year, 2024 and onwards, the market is picking up again. So this is awesome. And that's really what the market analysis is all about, right? And that's how it's sort of like works. Because when you're actually working with Dogecoin or Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency, right? You need to understand this is something, of course, some coins are long-term investments, some are short-term investments. So depending on your own analysis, you would then select the right coin, right choice. So the goal of this channel, of course, is to give you the research, analysis, the latest news and updates also, so you can actually make informed decisions. So that's really what this is all about. All right, let me share some news here. There's a great article I was looking at right here. Should you invest $1,000 in Dogecoin right now, right? So this is at fool.com. And this is kind of interesting because before you buy the stock in Dogecoin, the article says here that, hey, they give you a great example. Consider the NVIDIA, so made this list on April 15, 2005, right? Now this is way back. But if you invested $1,000 at that time, right, of their recommendations, you would have about $500,000 today, right? So this is interesting because this is only about 12, 13 years, right? This is like long term, 12, 13 years. But that's not really a long time, right? Depending on how you want to balance your own portfolio. So some are short-term investments and some are long-term. So Dogecoin is really long-term for us, at least for InvestDesk. And that's really what's driving me at InvestDesk to hold on to the Doge and continually adding. I not only hold on, but at 4, 5 cents, 6 cents, I continually add and buy some more, right? Because that's something long-term in terms of my own analysis. Well, of course, you have your own analysis. So this was super exciting, so I figured I'd share this with you. This is a similar example. So I consider this analogy and I use it with Dogecoin, right? So if we invest in Dogecoin, or I invested in Dogecoin right now, it's only been about 2 years, right? So how about the next 5 years or 7 years, and see how this pans out, because that's really what I'm looking at in terms of the future, right? Dogecoin, and you never know. It could be short term, because going from 4 cents to $1 may not take that long, by the way, right? So it depends on how you would want to take a look at and work. So thanks for joining in. Welcome, and welcome back to Invest Desk. So if you're new, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button, guys. And it's awesome to see you guys back. Super excited. So I'm going to be doing this on a regular basis, because bringing you the latest news, updates, and research so you can make informed decisions. And in terms of correlation with BTC, for example, right? So let's see if I can bring that up for you guys. All right, so in terms of Bitcoin, right, we know that Bitcoin has, or Dogecoin has strong correlation with Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin moves to 64K, Dogecoin is at about 16 cents or even higher, right? So there's about 60% correlation, and I've done the research. You can check out my other streams where I've done in-depth analysis of how both of these are correlated, right? So with that said, so as Bitcoin goes up to 100K and crosses that threshold, Dogecoin is going to be about $1, right? Dollar or even higher. But it's not really so much of correlation. There's some independent aspects to Dogecoin, like I said, the usage, the acceptance, and how this sort of coin is being used and being transacted, right, in the marketplace. So I think that's going to be a huge thing, and it's going to play a huge role as we move forward. So Dogecoin to the moon, definitely to $1, and that's what we're hoping. That's what we're heading towards. And as Bitcoin sort of like bounced back, right? And a lot of people back when the market crashed, they said, well, the Bitcoin is never going to be up again. It's going to be, it's disappearing. It's a no use token, or whatever you want to call it. But no, that's not the case. Bitcoin is here to stay. Crypto is here to stay. It's just a matter of time when cryptos are being accepted and we move forward, right? Whether they're being used in blockchain, and that's another whole story. I'm going to talk about that later on as well. But I just wanted to cover this. Thanks so much for tuning in. Just very briefly, wanted to say hello to all of you guys. Welcome and welcome back to Invest Desk. It's awesome to see you guys. And yeah, let me know in comments what you think, what you're holding, whether you're still holding to your Doge or your Bitcoin or other tokens. And I'm talking about